President, I just want to make some brief remarks this afternoon concerning the ongoing tragedy in the Gulf of Mexico and the Deepwater Horizon response. 61 days ago is when the tragedy started. We are here 61 days later. We still have this tremendous pouring of oil from the bottom of the seafloor into the Gulf of Mexico. In fact, the amount of oil that is coming into the Gulf now equals the size of the Exxon Valdez oil spill every 2.5 days. And yet, while this oil continues to gush, and while we have hope that the containment dome will capture more and more of this oil as it comes from the bottom of the ocean, we are still seeing a weak at best response from the federal government in trying to keep this oil from coming ashore. Last week, a week ago tomorrow, I met with the President of the United States and Admiral Allen in Pensacola. And at that time, I raised the issue of skimmers. Why are there so few skimmers in the Gulf of Mexico? Why were there only, at that time, 32 skimmers off the coast of Florida? President and Admiral Allen told me that they were making every effort they could to get more skimmers to the Gulf, and that they were welcoming foreign skimmers, skimmers from foreign countries coming to our country to aid in the effort. I told them at that time that there was a State Department report saying that 21 offers of assistance have been made from 17 foreign countries and that they had been refused. I was informed back that no, that's not the case. We are in fact using skimmers from foreign countries. Come to find out through discussions with my office that there are still offers, and there have been offers from foreign countries for skimmers, and in fact that those offers were refused. And I'll come to the floor tomorrow to talk about that in more detail. But the state of affairs is that there are only now 20 skimmers off the coast of Florida. When there were 32 last week, there are now just 20. While there are 2,000 skimmers available in the United States alone. That number comes from Admiral Allen. I spoke to Admiral Allen last week along with my colleague from Alabama, Senator Sessions, and we said, where are the skimmers? I showed him information like I have here today, which is the Deepwater Horizon response report from the Incident Command in the state of Florida. Then it showed 20 skimmers. Today it still shows 20 skimmers. And I asked him to reconcile this for me. If we're asking for all these skimmers, if we're calling for all of them to come here, where are they? The response is anemic at best. So, Mr. President, today I've sent a letter to Admiral Allen asking for an inventory of the 2,000 skimmers that he has said are available in the United States of America. Now, when I talked to the President and Admiral Allen about this last week, they said, look, some of these skimmers are not available because we may need them for an oil spill. Well, we have an oil spill. And just because they may be required to stand on watch somewhere in case an oil spill happens someplace else, that's like saying to the people in Pensacola, your home is on fire, but we can't send a fire engine because there may be a fire someplace else. It doesn't make any sense. So, Mr. President, I ask unanimous consent that this letter be offered into the record.
Without objection.
As well as this report from the state of Florida about the 20 skimmers off the coast of Florida.
Without objection.
And I again call for the fact that every skimmer in the world that's available should be welcomed by this government. It should be steaming towards the Gulf of Mexico, and we should be doing everything we can to make sure that we are cleaning up this oil before it gets on our beaches, before it gets into our estuaries and our coastal waterways. It is beyond belief that we are not doing more. It is beyond belief that this administration has no sense of urgency about stopping the oil from coming ashore. And I ask, Mr. President, and I will continue to come every day to the floor to ask the question, where are the skimmers? Where's the help? Where are the domestic skimmers? And why aren't we doing the job that we should for the American people to protect our beaches, our waterways, and our estuaries? Thank you, Mr. President.